Okay, this is an example of video point analysis using Logger Pro. First thing to do is insert the movie. Go to the Insert menu, click on Movie. We're going to browse to the location. In this case, the file is on the Newton server, Classes, Physics, Workshop, Workshop Files, and then this is for problem 7.2. We'll go and insert that movie. And it should load, and you can move this or scale it as needed. It might help to enlarge the image so you can see the action a little bit better. Go ahead and take a look at what this movie shows us. We've got a cart rolling up the ramp. We look at the beginning as well, and we stop. We see there's also a weight over here that's falling. So the weight's falling, applying a force along the tension of the string, pulling the car up the ramp. So we need to establish some coordinates and a scale for this system. To do that, we can pull out the toolbar and we can establish a scale. So this fourth button down, you can click on that. That's not the same as the one with the red lines. That's just a measurement. We actually want to establish a scale. This is probably the hardest part of the whole process because it's hard to see these marks. However, you do know that those bigger marks, the blurry numbers, are in fact 10 centimeters apart. So as long as you can pick enough of them, and of course the larger distance you measure and then divide by the number of intervals, you get a more accurate measurement. So we'll go ahead and click on this first one here and drag to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th blurry one, and we know that's 1 meter. And we can also establish our axis, this one here, move the origin to the beginning where the cart is located. So let's pick a place on the cart that we always want to measure. So right at this little corner of the bright silver line, we're going to put our axis there, and we're going to drag this circle so that it matches the incline of the ramp. So that's going to be the x-axis up the ramp. At this point, we can start adding data to the graph, so we can decide whether or not we're going to see the axis. I'll just go ahead and hide the axis now. The way that we select these points with the crosshairs here, the second button. So click that, and that's going to let you now add data points. We're going to click on the cart where it starts here, and then where it is in the next instant. Go ahead and see that it's still there, hasn't moved much. We can click through until it starts to move. You just keep adding points, and now we start to see the cart moving. We're going to follow that motion. So of course, as we would expect, it's not moving very much at the beginning, and these movements should be more and more pronounced as we go along. Okay, I'm not going to do all the work for you. So if you click over to your graph, you now see that you have values for the x position and the y position as a function of time. So if you look at the graph, we see both x in red and y in blue. Y has not changed much. That's basically just our uncertainty. We see the x remained constant for a little while, and then it began to accelerate away from the origin. So that's the data. You can then click into your data table and copy the data out, and make sure you just get the x and y values. That's what you need. So you can copy the data out of that into Excel in order to do modeling or fitting.